Welcome to this episode of Toys Back Zen. I'm on my way to the flea market. Been doing a lot of those Eagle Force O-ring figure customs, and I'm running out of parts, so I've got to go to the flea market, see if I can find some O-ring G.I. Joe figures and other 3 3/4 inch figures that I can use for parts, especially berets, because I'm running out of berets for the rest of the Eagle Force team. So let's see what we can find. So I've just arrived at the factory outlet flea market in St. Catharines. Let's go inside and take a look. Hello, how are you doing? Good.
Found some goodies along your travels?
So far, I'm still looking for more.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna find, eh?
I know.
What do you want?
Action figures type of stuff. I'm always looking for G.I. Joe stuff.
Yeah, Joe, the lady across had some.
Okay, I'll check it out. Thank you. Hi. Good. How's it going?
Not too bad, you?
Pretty good.
Can I help you with anything or just looking?
Just looking.
Enjoy.
Doug.
So this place is pretty big. I'm going to do a drive around of the building. It's one story, but I think there is a basement, but I never really go in there because I think it's just furniture. But I'm going to just drive around the building and let you see how large this building is. It's pretty big. It takes a couple hours to walk all the way around and to look at all the vendors that I like to look at and look at all their stuff. And there's also vendors outside. Usually on a good day we'll come up to that. Here's the front door here. There are several entrances, but there's a little area here where there's vendors outside. So let's go home and I'll show you what I picked up. Well, it was nice to get to the flea market today. I'm back at home and I'm going to show you what I picked up. I did pick up some parts for my Eagle Force O-ring figure customs, and I got some stuff that surprised me that I found there, and I got some really excellent prices. So let's check out what we got. I'll start with the small stuff first and then we'll get into a couple of bigger items. So let's start with the parts for the G.I. Joe Customs or the Eagle Force Customs. I got another one of these flints. He's got the beret that I'm going to need, so that's awesome. And I got this guy. Not really sure what toy line this is. I'm sure it's um, like core. It's not core, but those figures you see at Toys R Us now. They're about the only military figures you see other than G.I. Joe if you can get them. But he does look very familiar. I guess you could use him as a Cobra Commander if you wanted to, but he's got that beret, and that's the perfect size beret for these figures I'm making, so that is perfect. We'll put him there. I also got this guy here. I'm not really sure what toy line he is. I do have a bunch of these figures, and the molding on these are not that great, but his chest or his arms, maybe even his head, might come in handy. Maybe his boots. I'm not really sure. I don't know why I got him, but for $2, I got all these guys pretty much for $2 or $3. So, and he is O-ring, so that fits right in with what I'm doing. Makes the customizing easier when you have the O-rings already built in. I got another one of these guys from a different vendor. So I've got his. Those guys are really cool, actually. I probably would actually pick these up for $2 or $3 a piece and just um, use them for customs or even just putting them on the shelf. And then next I found this guy. This was a surprise. I already have this guy. This is an A-Team bad guy. I think I got this guy for maybe $2 or $3. So that was awesome. That guy's from the 80s, so that's cool. And then I got another O-ring figure. This guy I got for $3. This is a G.I. Joe O-ring figure. I think I've got two of these guys sealed in a box, and now I have a loose one. I don't think I'm going to be using this for a custom, although his chest could be used for one of those Eagle Force customs, but I don't have this guy loose, and I might actually keep this guy. So I think I probably even have his weapons somewhere in his accessories. And then I found this guy. This was a pretty cool find. I think I paid maybe $2 or $3 for him. This is from the Reaction Super 7 line from the movie Fifth Element, and it's Zorg. He did come with that crazy alien weapon from the movie, but this one didn't come with that. But that's fine. I do have a couple of the Fifth Element figures, and I didn't have him. So he's actually in pretty good shape. There's no paint loss on him, and he still has his clear headpiece. So that's pretty cool. For Transformers, so I picked up this Transformer, and he is trashed, but I have like 6 of these, and they're all missing the antennas. So the fact that the antennas are still there, I can take his head off and put it on any of those ones that are missing the antennas, and then it looks really good. It'll be complete. So I'll be using this to complete another one. I think I paid maybe $3 or $4 for this, but having the antennas is worth that price. I think I actually paid 5 for him, but I'm not sure. Can't remember. I think by the time I did the deal, I ended up paying about $3 for him because I bought a bunch of stuff, and I ended up getting a cheaper price. So then I picked up this. I've been waiting to complete a G2 Devastator, and this is not the G2 Devastator color. The G2 Devastator color is a little more of a mauve color. You can see the difference here. This is a G2 part. This is the yellow Devastator, and but this will be perfect. It's missing the missiles, which is fine. I'm going to make the missiles, and then we can use this to at least allow the figure to stand combined, because I have everything that I need. I think I have the arms and the hands and all kinds of stuff. I don't have all the weapons, but if you don't have this, you can't put Devastator together. I got that for, I think, $5. And then I picked up this Ultra Magnus chest piece. My Ultra Magnus is almost complete, but he is missing this. And without this piece on Ultra Magnus, he really doesn't look great transformed into the robot. So you gotta have this piece. I paid $12 for that. I think, like I said, I got a deal, so I may have paid a little bit less for it, a couple bucks less, but for $12, that's worth it. I pretty much got my Ultra Magnus as is, probably less than $20 with all the parts and everything. So buying in bulk sometimes is a nice thing. So, and then next for $10 I found, and I've been looking for HeMan, and the fact that he came with his original and his original shield is pretty awesome. But I'm going to be making a Wonder Bread He-Man out of this guy. He is kind of in bad shape. He's got some nipple burn here and stuff. But I think we can clean that up and give him a paint job, and maybe give him a new... He needs a new arm here. I think I have an arm somewhere that I can replace. And make him into a Wonder Bread He-Man. Now you might be wondering, how do you do that? Well, you get this. This is a Wonder Bread He-Man armor. It's not really, but this is what everybody uses. This is from a weapons pack from the 80s, and that's what came in the weapons pack, and I'm assuming that's how most people make their Wonder Bread He-Man. And I didn't even know that until about 2 weeks ago when I got a lot of HeMan parts and stuff, and two of these was in it, and I'm like, perfect, I'm going to make one of these. So that's going to be a future project. And this is the thing that I was blown away by when I saw it. I paid up for it, but I'm still blown away by it. This is LJN's Thundercats top spinner. He had his weapon here, of course. Well, it's in there because it's molded in there, but this part is still on there, which is just on there with a little piece of rope. He is missing his shield. He's got a purple shield, and he's got a play feature where you wind him up and then he spins. And the guy told me that it worked when he told me the price of it, and then I went to do it and I'm like, well, it doesn't work. So this does come apart. There is some screws. So I ended up getting it for $10 less than he originally had it for. And I'm glad, because I wasn't going to pay his price. And so I got it for a better price. I just got to give him a clean up. Maybe in a future project we'll open him up, see how he works, and see what causes him to not spin anymore. So that'll be a fun project. I'll probably end up doing that sooner than later, because I'm really excited to find out if I can get him working again. He's really cool. Takes up a lot of space though on the shelf. And then next we have this looks like G.I. Joe, but it is not. It's made from a G.I. Joe mold, and all of these figures were made from G.I. Joe molds, but they're separate from the G.I. Joe line. This is the Mortal Kombat cycle, and it came with a figure called Kano, and it is missing a couple missiles here, and I'm pretty sure I have the missiles for this. I'm pretty positive I do. So I'll dig those up, and it still has this Mortal Kombat sticker on it. These came out in 1994, right at the end of the G.I. Joe line. But like I said, it was during the movie that came out, so they produced these. Hasbro made these, by the way. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I love it. I don't think I've got a couple Mortal Kombat figures, but mostly I have Street Fighter figures. So they all kind of, to me, they all fit together. So I'm really happy to get that. That's working. There's no broken pieces on it, and it's just missing the two missiles, which I'm pretty sure I have somewhere. The last and the biggest piece, this piece, I'm super excited to get. This is from Captain Power. This is the Phantom Striker. And when I saw this, I was really excited. I usually see this for up to $60 and more. And this was $20. It's got the canopy, it's got the seat in there too. And everything is there except for that battery cover that's always missing right here. And I've made a battery cover exactly like that for the white Captain Power ship. So I'll be making another one, and if you haven't seen that video and you need to make a Captain Power battery cover, then you can check that video out. But I'll probably make another one for this. Let's see if I can find some room here to put it in. And that is my toy haul at the factory outlet Flea Market in St. Catharines. I used to go there all the time. I haven't been there in probably over a year, and I'm going to start going there more often because I'm having a really good time finding stuff. Thanks for watching this episode of Toys, Bags, and please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.